Hi, I just thought I'd come on here real quick, and I am making a sugar-free sweetened condensed milk. You're not going to find any version of this in the store. You can find a coconut milk sweetened condensed sometimes, for those of you that are dairy-free, but it's still going to have the sugar, and it's going to have a lot of sugar. And this is the base for a lot of things as the holidays come up. Now, there are other ways. Sometimes you can make things without doing the sweetened condensed milk, but if you want to make fudge, eggnog, a lot of really yummy pies and things and candies are made with this. So we're making this sweetened condensed. I have already done this and made an eggnog. I did it with coconut milk. Now I only use, when I do the coconut milk, I use the evaporated coconut milk. It comes in a can. You're going to find it typically in the baking section. Some stores don't carry it. I have success finding it at Whole Foods, Sprouts, and Natural Grocers. Here in Florida, I have been able to find it at some Publix. So not all of them, but some of them have carried it. Today, though, I am doing a dairy version because I wanted to see how this would come out. And if you follow me, though we don't do much dairy, we have found that we can do a little bit of lactose-free dairy. Normally, I would have done this with heavy cream. Can't find that in the lactose free. So today what I did, this is the half and half. So basically that's half whole milk and half cream. Okay, so that's what I'm using for the base. So this is a 32-ounce container, and I have added 1 cup of granular allulose with no ethanol, just 100% allulose. I buy the Bestie online. You can use any allulose of your choice. You can use, certainly substitute a different sweetener. I do find the allulose doesn't have the aftertaste. It just has a much cleaner taste. I've really enjoyed. I took this with the coconut milk one and made this here about 2 weeks ago, and I made eggnog. It was the first time I've done that with a sugar-free because I love eggnog, and typically with that I don't do milk. I really enjoy the coconut milk. And you're going to find that it was just really nice to have that that consistency and that thickness of the eggnog. It was really great, and it was sugar-free. So I could stay keto in my plan without going off plan. So here, this has been simmering for about 3 minutes. And this is going to take a while, so you're not going to be here for the whole journey. I'll bring you in and out. But I'm going to stir right now. We're just now starting to steam. Okay, so this is just, all this is that lactose-free half and half. And again, you can certainly, if you don't need the lactose-free, you can use heavy cream. If you want to use coconut milk as an alternative, I recommend using the canned evaporated coconut milk. And you would do 2 cans of that because those cans, I believe, are 14 ounces. And then 1 cup of allulose. You're going to have to stir this constantly till it gets to the stage that it's at now, so that the allulose is completely dissolved. And now I'm turning this down. I've had it about medium. I'm going to turn this down to medium low. This has got to simmer and cook for about 45 minutes. We do not want to let the milk curdle or across the bottom and kind of form a film that can burn very easily and scorch. We don't want it to do that. The other thing that can happen is it can start turning brown without scorching. If this does, basically you're going to end up with a dulce sauce or basically a caramel milk sauce, which is also totally tasty and fine. So don't be scared if that happens. Our goal is to keep this light, just so that it has more uses. All that happens if it turns dark, that just means that your sugar or sweetener has caramelized. And so not a big deal to do. I do not recommend doing this in the microwave because it just cooks too quickly and too unevenly, and you're much more likely to get crystallization and the caramelization. So I'm in a place now that I do not have to stir constantly, but I am going to stir quite frequently. And this is going to take about 45 minutes. We want to reduce this to about half of what it is. So I will be back with you and to show you the end product. And we're going to make some regular eggnog with this when we get done. Okay, we're back at our sweetened condensed milk, our sugar-free version. And we are ready to turn off the heat. This has been going for about 45-50 minutes. We got it not even to a simmer, more to a steam stage. We don't want it to simmer or boil at all. And we've reduced it to about half of what it was. You'll be able to see, and I've not been stirring it constantly once I got it to that stage. We turned it down to medium low, if you recall. And now, so the consistency is still pretty thin, okay? But it does kind of coat the spoon. You see how it leaves a coating on the spoon? It doesn't just break off the spoon. So that's kind of what we're looking for. We just kind of want it to lightly coat the spoon. And so now we're going to let this cool down. And I'm going to go ahead and use it while it's warm here in a few minutes. I'm in the middle of making some pie crust. And I'm going to go ahead and make a pecan pie with this since we already have it warm, because I need to heat it up to make the recipe anyway. So we'll go ahead and we're going to let this cool a little bit so that our we can add eggs to it for our pie. And then we'll see how much we have left over, and we might make some eggnog or some fudge. I haven't decided yet, so we'll see. So I'm really excited to be able to do both a sugar-free eggnog and some sugar-free fudge. Definitely will be coming in videos this week. I may have to do another batch of this in order to have enough. We'll see how much this rendered and what we get. So we'll be back with you in a little bit.